YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2004, the HRG Dynasty. This is, as usual, lost count at this point. But we're still rolling on in the series. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I've changed some things up, and I think it's hopefully working for your enjoyment and the overall viewing experience. So, guys, big announcement, okay? I told you probably in the last couple of videos, I've been telling you about the amount of horses we have. It's too much, right? And I want to downsize because I really want to get to more finite breeding. It's just impossible for me to do with my limited time. So, I don't know if this video is going to stay up as like one long video or if I'm going to split it. I'm probably going to split it. But I don't know yet. But just be prepared. If it's split, I'm trying to keep them between 25 and 30 minutes just so I can give you guys some more content in case, obviously, I get busy with work, which always has a possibility of happening. So, all the horses that I'll be racing in this video or the next couple of videos, some of them it will be their last time, okay? Because, again, I want to get to the end of the year. I want to get to the Dream Cup. This is the biggest year in our playthrough because finally we're at a point where we can maybe win the entire thing, but it's going to be tough. I think Cleopatra, Galaxy Star are going to be able to show up this year, Delta Dream, some horses we didn't have 4 years ago. Think about it. It's been 4 years since the Dream series has happened on this playthrough. Kind of insane. Think about how many horses and how much time has happened, right? So, you know, I want to get to that point, and most importantly, I just want to have... We have amazing horses. I think we could have some really, really good game-breaking horses that, you know, I would feel proud, we would feel proud to share in the community. From a perspective of like, whoa, this horse is 80, 90s everywhere. Like, I'm getting to that point. We are getting to that point, but can't use everybody here. A lot of them will contribute. Some of them will, some of them won't. So yes, every race you're seeing on screen right now, some of these horses, depending on how they do, it may be their last race, or I may give them such a layoff until their last race at the end of the year. It's too many races, guys. I just have to downsize it. And trust me, I think it's going to be better for this series in the long haul. It just may feel weird initially because I've been racing with so many, and then it's going to get to a point where you're seeing the same horses. Not a problem. So we're going to get started here today. We have 2 races on the card so far. Grade 3 Bahama with Pearly Ball. I think I'm just money chasing with him. I think. Because I don't know what else I could be doing. I've only, 19 lifetime starts and only 1 grade 1. I think I said I wasn't going to chase grade 1s with Pearly Ball. Because one thing I haven't really done is put 2 horses together based purely off of their earnings and see like how much of a weighted factor that is or isn't. And it's just fun to do experimental breedings like that because sometimes, you know, you can get a really good horse or you don't. But I'm willing to take that chance. Storm Owl will be up in the grade 2 Niagara. This is an important race. I think this is a step up race. I think the winner is going to move on to something. Yeah, I don't know what. So I'm all over the place. Give me a second, actually. You know what? Let's actually just get to the race, right? Yeah. Let's just do that. I've rambled long enough and need to be better about that. But as I'm getting through these videos, figuring out different ways to record, and again, just improve everything. Sometimes I'm sticking to the basics because it's easiest just to be myself. And other times I like to still present it in a certain way because that's also enjoyable. Just not all the time. Anyways, kicking off again, grade 3. Bahama Handicap here on the turf. 8 furlongs in Miami with Pearly Ball. It's field of 14. The favorite here with Pearly Ball. And should be pretty easy. I mean, he gives me no issues. He's as good of a horse as he is. He's at his prime. And like I said, he's a horse that we know we can win grade 1s with, hence why I'm not putting him in grade 1s. I'm racing him just to win as much money as we can. And I'll do that until he's 8 years old. He'll most likely be the highest earning horse I would have had in this file ever. By default, of me just focusing on the highest races for him to win, not just putting him in grade 1s. Because remember, a lot of the grade 1s in this game, especially the international ones, I know in reality they pay well. In this game, they pay awful. Like 100 or 1,000, excuse me, 1,100 or 1,100 gold, 1,200 gold. A grade 3 like this will pay 4,300. A grade 2 can pay 6K. Right? So all it takes is winning a couple of those in a month and you can win 40 or 50K. It's kind of my goal for Pearly Ball. And since he's the only horse from Silver, I think it's fitting for him to be the money-winning horse. That's just my thing. Doesn't have to make sense for anybody, but, you know. He's an awesome horse, man. He's giving me no issues. Should be a pretty easy win for us here today. Easy ride. He said, oh, a little bit too much. It's okay. Here we go. Let's get him on the run here.
2 furlongs to go.
Probably could have held him a bit more. Fortunately, he has last corner leader. I don't know if he'll need a tap on the whip. He may here in the closing seconds. Yeah, just one little tap. But still such a strong horse. Still wins that clear but close in the end. Oh my gosh. I barely held on. Talk about barely winning. But yeah, I kind of played that one a little bit close. We got it done though. We got it done, and that's what's important. That is what's important. Pearly Ball gets it done by half a length before the rest of the field. Put us basically to second to last. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of breeze through that race there. Let's see what those dividends paid as expected. Pretty good for the Quinella and Exacta. Yeah, that was close. Like I said, I definitely think I actually sent him a little bit early in the stretch, but I won't make a habit of that. But I would have rather been safe than sorry. So that's a good one. Move on to this grade 2, Niagara Stakes here. Toronto going up north. Restore Mal on the card. The 6-year-old horse is up today in a field of 14. He's the 3rd favorite. It's kind of where I expected him to be. Storm Owl is a horse I think I'm planning on keeping. As Dell says, you can now run your support assist. Like, I know, I don't care. Gosh, I hate when computers send, like, I'll turn my notifications off and sometimes they'll still send them every now and then. Did you know you can click? Yes, I know. Leave me alone. That's totally off topic rant, but since I'm looking at my spreadsheet and editing my notes at the same time of playing, that's kind of relevant, I guess. Anyways, beautiful guy, Storm Owl, by Golden Boy out of Chasing Hearts. Every horse that's come from Chasing Hearts, they have truly had what she's had, Heart. Still his highest rating. His speed is dropping. He's going to have a pretty serious decline as far as his capabilities statistically in the next couple of years, but he's still solid across the board. I think I can still race him until he retires, so that's what I'm going to do as long as he has heart, he has good abilities. Yeah, I think Storm Owl is a horse I'm planning to keep. And right now in my notes, I'm just saying keep or let go. One thing I want your opinions on in the comment section below, and I'm going to try to post this in as many places as possible, and I'm going to try to remind you guys as much as possible, to let me know what you think about this idea. I've mentioned it over a year ago, and I think one offset for breeding that we can do if you guys want to continue to do it, I don't want to race with every single horse, not out of a personal thing for any of you guys or any horses that I breed. There are plenty of combinations I could breed, but like I said, it's too many horses. I just don't want to run with that many in this file, period. One thing we could do, we could breed horses and let the AI take control of them and see what they do. I've mentioned that because it essentially allows us to create a fresher pool of horses in the game outside of the traditional AI horses that are going to rotate every couple of years, right? And most importantly, we can just race against our own horses. Maybe they'll set records, right? Now, it is one of those things where it's like, could we miss out on a great horse? I mean, yeah, that's always a possibility, but that's life. That's gaming, and I'm kind of getting over that, personally. But again, I think it would really keep this series fresh and allow us to build some serious stories. We could even name some horses based off of real life ones, based off, you know, I should say if they look close to the real counterpart, instead of a traditional base of just whatever the Gallop Racer game is. Like, if it comes out with a star or a stripe or something like that, we can look for other horses in real life and maybe make that comparison. And I think those battles, those showdowns would be really cool to actually do on this file, right? Imagine the foals of Eastside Band running against the foals of Zenyatta or something like that. We could do that on this file, and I really want your thoughts on whether or not you guys would be up for at least running it as a trial. I'm not saying we do it permanently, but I would say we could do it with maybe a year of horses. It's a great result there for Storm Owl. Tough grade 2 there, as it always is. Finishing third. That was the best he can do, and despite the good start, I don't think that was really turning any easier. A positive Mace getting up there for the Exacta nobody saw. The 7 horse. Middle pace, but yeah, kind of a tough doing there. Not great on the spurt, but Storm Owl still a work in progress. I'll keep him unless otherwise noted, I should say. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Maybe all over the place, but I think it's really something this series needs, could use, and most importantly, I think would be enjoyable, not just for myself, but everybody else involved watching. And at the same time, then, we can have these rivalries, right? Where, for example, I'm going to show you, okay? This is how it would work, right? I go to the pasture. Let's look at some horses that we have back here now. Let's look at our foals, right? So let's say instead of racing all of these foals, which is what I'm going to do for this class entirely, let's say I only planned on racing 2 or 4, and let's say, like, I'm going to keep this pretty strict for myself. Like, I'm going to make sure I adhere to it because I want to make sure I'm abiding by my own rules and not, like, breaking them. Like, that just kills the kayfabe, doesn't make it enjoyable for me. I like playing this game with certain limitations because it allows me to really pay attention to what I'm doing. I think it's easy just to get the best horses in the game, win a bunch of grade 1s and breed. I'm not shaming anybody for doing that. I just think that's the traditional way to play. I just like going in a little bit more detail than that. So, again, out of all these horses, all these fillies and colts, it would be like racing with 2 or 4, and then letting the other 4 just kind of disappear into the game, and when they pop up, we pay attention to them. We make sure to see them, watch them, keep track of their performance. And the thing about this is, I think the way of doing it is, we could do that. I'd have the ability to maybe race with these horses and negotiate. Because what's been happening is, I acquire them, I buy them when they're 2-year-olds in the shop like now. In fact, I'm just going to walk you guys through this as opposed to like talking you through it and not actually showing you. So if I'm doing this for real, when our horses pop up here, right, for the first timers, once it's June or July, I think it's July, right? What I'm saying is, all those 8 foals you saw, or yearlings, let's say only, again, 2 of them I'm going to purchase. This is just an example. Let's say those 2 are Left Hollow and Dancing Time. And let's say the other horses on this page, the other 6, let's say I'm letting them go, right? I'm not going to buy them. We are not going to acquire them. They will disappear into the game, obviously, as the new background horses that we face as 3-year-olds, right? I think that would be really fun to do. And again, I think it could give us a different mindset to breeding, where it's not just about breeding horses for me to race on. Think about breeding horses that you think the AI could do well with. I think that would be fun for everybody, right? At that point, it's kind of RNG, but that's the point. It's fair. I don't have as much of an advantage doing that as much as you may, being in America or Barbados or Jamaica or Australia or the UK or Japan or Germany or wherever you're from, Canada, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of fair in that way. And then at the same time, if our horses tank, it's completely because of the game and not because of my riding, right? It adds an element to this playthrough that allows us to actually see if these horses were really good without my riding ability or not. Remember, for a lot of us, some of our horses generally are not as good as they are because we're just good at the game. You know, we level them up, essentially. You know? So, that's just something to consider, guys. But again, it would be like not having all these horses here. The first timers here, we buy 2 of them, we let the others go. And then let's say maybe for today, they pop up at one of these races where I can negotiate. Let's say Chinese Quincy or Old Explosion. Let's say that's one of our horses that I didn't buy at the market originally. I think as long as there's a request option or a test negotiate, or I can outcompete a jockey, then I can ride for the horse. Because you see what happens in this game, which I swear was like a glitch, and I don't think Tecmo meant to keep it this way. Once you lose your horse in this game, if you like underperform and just can't hit your goals, it disappears from this list, right? Completely disappears. It's not here anymore. But when you come to a race like this, you'll see the horse on your list. Let's say I lost Violet Jungle, which I think did happen at a point. I don't know if it was this playthrough or not. Probably not this one, or this file. Let's say I lost this filly. She'll appear here as if I have a chance to negotiate for her. And in this case, I don't. It'll say Nielsen will ride. It's the same way. In fact, that sounds really familiar. You're not my horse, are you? Okay, no, just making sure. But I did, yeah, okay, I rode her last month. That's what I thought. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I just rode her. But again, just as an example, if I lost her, the game will say, oh, you have a chance to negotiate. Oh no, Nielsen or, you know, Omara or somebody else will ride instead. And you never get the ability, at least in my file, and I'm pretty sure in most other people's files, you never get the ability to renegotiate a ride for that horse. It's like a permanently done thing. And like I said, I don't think Tecmo meant for it to be that way. I don't think so. Maybe they did, but I don't think that was the point. So I'm saying, instead of putting ourselves in that position, let's see if the horses are good, first of all. If they're winning with the AI as a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, then maybe we can bring in 1 or 2 every so often and say, okay, we'll actually take this horse on to add it to the list. But again, I'm like doing no more than 15, guys. We have 27 right now. 12, I'm going to probably be releasing or retiring or something before the end of the year anyways. 15 is my maximum limit. 12 is what I want it to be. The Elite 12 or the Gallop 12 or the HRG 12, whatever we'll end up calling it, that's what I want the focus to be. And trust me, I think it's going to be worth it long term for where the series goes, the storytelling, really paying attention and following the lines. It'll be easy. It's hard for everybody to be immersed when we have this many horses on screen. Not everybody's remembering these families. Some of us are, but not everyone. And I want everyone to be able to keep up. So I think this is the best decision to make. I just want to see if you guys are on board. If you don't really have any issue with it one way or another, then cool. I'm just going to try it anyways, and we'll see how it works. But if you guys have any additional ideas that can make it even more immersive and more enjoyable for the community, that's what I would really like you to share. Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Shoot me a message in Discord, or if anybody obviously knows me, you can always obviously just send me a message and text me. So yeah, I think this is an important decision for the channel and this series most importantly. And again, I've talked about it for over a year. I'm getting tired of facing the same in-game horses, even as great as they are. Let's have a little roulette. Let's allow the game to take some of our really good horses that we bred. Let's see what happens. And again, I think we'll always have the ability to negotiate a ride as long as I'm paying attention to when those horses are racing, right? What do we have to lose, people? Do we lose out on an East Side ban? Okay, but guess what? The point of playing these games is to create more than just one version of those horses, right? And we're going to. So I don't think there's any reason to hold ourselves hostage over racing every single horse that we use. Like, let's let some of them go. Let's have some fun, some RNG, and kind of see what takes place, right? You never know. It would be awesome to even watch maybe a race with some of our horses in it that we're not participating in, right? We can root for the horse in that context. I think that'd be pretty cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm just trying to look for a good race with Pearly Ball with a high earning value. Nothing's really popping up anytime soon, so I guess I'm giving him kind of a layoff until there's a grade 2 or a grade 3 where I feel like it's appropriate. Again, grade 1s, like, I don't want to take any away from anybody else, so I'm trying to avoid those with him for the most part. A little bit of a handicap at 4,300 is not ideal, but it's like the best I can figure out. Unless we can get You know what I mean? Like, look at this great one. The summer sprint. This is one of the most important races of the year, and yet 2,500 for gold. And like that's the raw value. It's not weighted at like it should be based off of individual currency. Same thing here, 2,500 for that race. But look, if you go to like a regular domestic grade 1, the spring miles pays you 9,400. You get my point? Like, it's not weighted in the same way as it should. And I know there are reasons for it, but my point is chasing grade 1s and even the bigger ones, not the way for the money route, which is what I'm doing for Pearly Ball. So I want him in the Spring Cup, but he doesn't really need to be here. He's a horse that I know can win it. We don't need to really prove that. I was gonna see how long he would go until he got angry, or not angry, but upset for me not racing. I don't like this handicap, but I'll give him the 3-month layoff. It's 10 furlongs. I think hopefully he doesn't have heavy favoritism, but he might. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So, a couple more races to go. We have the Cherry Cup here, I think, with Heart of Stone. Yeah, big race here. Parallel Racer. You're not a good horse, really, for raw speed. Because even at your peak, you're only at 69. Beautiful gal, of course, but no heart. So yeah, she's not really like a racer. Just she likes running. She's like winning is not really important to her. 82 feel, 28 heart, reverse. That's totally a horse that likes to run, can get comfortable running, could care less about winning. Not gonna really get in a head-to-head. You know what I mean? Parallel Racer. It's kind of funny and fitting. Is she a parallel of some real horse or something I don't know about? I don't know. Heart of Stone. Our girl is up. Big test for her. Big test for her. I think she's ready. 6 lifetime starts, 2 wins, 1 place, 3 shows. So 5 out of 6 in the top 3. 1 last time out at that grade 3 Flower Stakes. So she's stepping up big time here. But again, I gotta know what my horses are capable of early on. Dragging it out if they don't have like a super late growth type feels kind of like a waste of time, right? Like, put them in these races earlier when they're ready. See what they're capable of. Heart of Stone by Gentle House out of, again, the great Chasing Hearts. So, yeah. Get her settled towards the front. We should be able to win that. That'd be great. And then I'll just keep her on this path for 3-year-old filly of the year. And Heart of Stone, that'd be great, right? Chasing Hearts. Abigail, hopefully you're watching. That'd be awesome for us to have this pedigree kind of have that resurgence with, yeah, another filly like Chasing Hearts. We know we've had horses from her, but specifically this one, I think it'd be pretty special. So yeah, full field of 14. Relatively, I would say mid-range heavy. Like, there could be some sneaky horses that show up and win or place in the top 3. Wouldn't surprise me at all, but for the most part, it should be 5 or 6 horses really competing. But I think it's going to be tough. That's what I'm saying. Pacific Quest is the favorite, the 2-horse. We're the second favorite, but off by like almost $2. That's not good. That means we're not even. That means it's supposed to be Pacific Quest race to win or lose, and we're going to be the only one really playing spoiler unless someone else has something to say about it. Heart of Stone gave her Chasing Hearts tack pretty much. Try to get some of that nostalgia back there. Not as bright, but it's not supposed to be. She's Heart of Stone. She's supposed to be a more focused filly here, but she's got Gentle House power, so I'm really hoping she's going to be like Chasing Hearts, but like an upgraded version. So still don't know her speed or stamina or her power. Those might be the most important things. And then that last ability at the top for Leighton is probably Stretch Burst. Her autos, I have no idea. I'm really going to try to win this one. But Pacific Quest is a really good filly, so she's going to be hard to beat. It's a beautiful day for racing. Blah, 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 blah.
The horses
This way.
are on the track.
Wow. I say that and it's raining, ironically, of course. There she is. The wonderful Heart of Stone. Can she get it done? I think she can. It's going to be tough, though. Pacific Quest will not make it easy for us, but maybe we'll Get a revolution. Gonna hope for that, right?
The horses are in the gate. And away they go.
So it's a good start, but we're on the outside, so we have some work to do, but maybe not that much. We just need to move inside as soon as we can. We'll just follow Nielsen on the 13 here. And yeah, I think this is pretty good position. I'm just going to make sure she knows we just keep up. Okay, she's running pretty nicely here. A little bit of slowdown. Not too fast. Okay, so... yeah, pretty good break considering... you guys know how much I hate the wide draw. I mean, gosh, most people do. But yeah, actually, like I said, Gentle House is such a good sire, man. His horses are so so mannered, so wired to just kind of run with minimal issues. That's how I like my horses. And look at her leg type. She can virtually run anywhere except for leading. She doesn't want to lead. So she's going to be an awesome broodmare for us in the long run. That's for sure. Where's Pacific Quest? I don't need to worry about it. I just need to worry about winning my race. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Not going to get last corner leader, but I needed to wait because I think we need this last run down the stretch. We come a furlong and a half left to go. Heart of Stone, she's got a really nice run here. Really nice run. I don't know if Pacific Quest is closing. It's going to be close. Heart of Stone trying to hold on. She's tired. Trying to hold on. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. What a win. I told you. I felt it. Oh no, are they going to take it from us? No! Deep Horn nabs us at the line. How? No way. How did that happen? By a nose. Oh. Wow. 10-8 in one of those last fractions. Unbelievable. Look at the Quinella, 43. Basically off of a $2 wager. Yeah, Deep Horn wasn't supposed to win that at all. But like, I said it in the post parade. I'm like, it's one of those races where a horse can finish in the top 3 that's not supposed to. Deep Horn won the race. So, oh man. Yeah, they give me a C for the spurt. If I win the race, they give me an A or an S. So it's like, could have started a little bit earlier. Yeah, for sure. I don't know her stamina yet either. I don't push my horses like that until I know for sure they can handle it. I'm like, let me hold. Oh, shut up, Turner. Leave me alone. Thank you. Oh, man, that's... I mean, gosh, we hit our goal. It's great, but still, like... Heart of Stone. Almost. I wanted her the Golden Oaks. And yeah, 73 speed. So yeah, that's what I felt she was lacking there. As great as she looked, the heart rating kept her in there. I'm sure her power rating is fine. Stamina, she just topped out, so she might be like a 60s horse. I'm not feeling 70s. I'd be surprised if 70s, because I really held her. I didn't think I ran her. I really didn't run her hard on the backstretch. She was comfortable. I run horses much harder from that post and usually burn them out way before the stretch. She was okay, so I just think she might have a lower stamina rating, and she still looked like she won't peak until the end of the year, but... so close, man. So close. But it's a race I felt like we really should have won by at least a length or two. So I'm... The 73 speed, yeah, that's not ideal. That's the only thing. And I'm surprised. Gentle House and Chasing Hearts and 73 speed. Chasing Hearts, I think, had higher than 73 speed even at her prime. And Gentle House is not a slow horse at all. So... yeah, that's what's like, I don't get. 73 speed. Maybe Suave Buster. It's like she inherited that from her grandmother. Don't understand that one, but we move on. Azalea Cup here with Falling Stars. 3-year-old colt. Stablemate. By Fairy Singer out of Galaxy Star. 7 lifetime starts, 5 wins. I'm on a roll with Falling Stars. Again, he's a horse that probably has bears as one of those latent abilities, and it hasn't stopped me from winning. I keep making that point, because I swear when I hear or see anything about bears in the community, it's a little bit ick for me, because I'm like, it doesn't always affect you. It just depends on the horse. Some horses, I think it's literally like the worst thing you could have, and it makes it virtually impossible to win races consistently, but some horses, as you can see, depending on who they have, as well as the broodmare or the sire, It's okay. We were winning opens. We stepped up to a grade 2, won that. Now we're in this grade 1 Azalea Cup, a 3-year-old colt classification of the year, and you see 77 speed, 76 stamina. So he's a little bit faster than Chasing Hearts. Excuse me, Heart of Stone. In fact, I think if she had his speed, we're winning that race because we lost it by a freaking nose. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers make it that much of a difference in this game. I think sometimes we forget that. 4 points is the difference between winning a race like that by a nose or losing it. We lost it by a nose, so you know what I mean? I want a little bit more fine-tuning. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the breeding idea and letting the horses go for a bit. It happens in 2003 naturally. Like, as soon as you race a horse and retire it, I think it pops back up in the game just naturally. So, you know what I mean? You don't even have to like let it go or like anything in the market. It just happens. 2004 took that option out for some reason. I'm just saying we should implement it manually. I'm telling you, I think it'd make this playthrough a lot better. Like, look at this list of horses now. Imagine seeing Flightline, gosh, anything. You know, Equinox, like any horse you can think of that you've loved, that you love to race yourself or you love to watch race. Yeah, we could have those names, we could have those horses, those stories here, because the game is only going to provide us of horses based off of what it already built. It doesn't have knowledge of the new horses that have now hit the scene in the last decade or two, right? So let's bring those horses into the game. I think we should do that with our breeding program. And like I said, I think it's fair. Then we're all contributing to something to see how it plays out, right? And then we can just kind of watch it play out for fun. You know what I mean? There's no pressure because, again, I'm not playing, so I don't have any influence in the results. And I think that would actually make just kind of keeping track of it, the leaderboards, the stats. I think it'd be more enjoyable, more fun that way, and it wouldn't have like a toxic energy to it, because that's always cardinal rule for me, number one, in this community. Anything we do as a quote-unquote competitive series, it cannot be toxic. It cannot create any toxic, negative, bad energy at all. So I really try to think those things through. So again, I think us just being able to breed horses, you guys tell me the combinations, I set them up, hopefully the mares conceive, and then we watch and see what happens, and I don't race them. I only race the horses that I want to race or that maybe you guys suggest that I race. And that's the thing, if you guys think there's a horse I should take a ride on, I think that's better, right? Now, if there's pressure if I fail, of course, but who cares? It's the game, right? If I don't end up doing well, maybe it's just I'm not the best player for that horse. Maybe one of you would be, right? And then we write it off as that. And then we say, yeah, the owner said we're going to go with a different rider. And it's like, hey, it is what it is. I'm always going to have other horses to ride. So I really think that's the next stage and the next evolution for this series. I think it's worth it, and I'm hoping you guys are on board. But again, if you have ideas to add, please, comment section, Discord, anything, let me know. But I think we'll do that in year 43 or 44. Maybe next year we'll start, but if not, year 44. But maybe year 43. Because we have a lot of horses we just retired. Some of them, we need foals from most of the new ones we retired, at least one. But yeah. The others, I think, maybe we vote on it, right? I could do that in the community tab, in the Discord, wherever. Could have you guys vote on the horses that I race on, and vote on the horses that we allow the game to, book jockeys for it itself, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, like next year I retired Irish Hill. He's not a great horse. He's C range, but he has a lot of really good abilities. I want to start getting on some horses, so I think I bred him with like 3 of my mares. That might be the one. Well, that might be happening next year as like a solo thing, and that's it, because it's still with some of our new brood mares. So Little My, September Sky, Formal Method. We'll get foals from them at least. Really quick response rating here for Falling Stars. Holy crap. I barely tapped the D-pad and he was already knowing what I needed. Here we go.
2 furlongs to go.
He's got a lot of stamina. See, this is what Heart of Stone needed in that last race. She does not have his stamina. He's going to run these horses down and make it look easy. Falling Stars, even with a potential slight overwhip. He's going to clear the 5 to the inside. A couple more taps just to make sure it's a done deal. Falling Stars gets it done. Yeah, like I said, I thought Heart of Stone was going to win that grade 1 in the same way. Guys, he crushed the Azalea Cup there. Falling Stars. Your Azalea Cup winner in 10 furlongs. Makes it look easy. See, that's a horse I feel like is going to be a real winner for us, right? It's kind of a clear difference of a horse that maybe is good but not as good, and a horse that's like, oh, yeah. Definitely a keeper. And don't get me wrong, I think Heart of Stone is for sure. I just think that was a tough race and an unforeseen 7 horse that beat us, but 2.5 lengths. Falling Stars made that look easy. I almost forgot I was even in a grade 1 race in the middle of that. Whoa. Talk about a win, man. Talk about a win. I'll let you guys watch that on the replay here. I'll step right away. And there we go with Falling Stars. I'm sure you guys can hear my door that desperately needs some oil. I've honestly just been lazy about it. Probably gonna give it tomorrow. Oh, it's only me. Nobody else is here. Man, and that's a tough race in those conditions. The rain coming down. He won that easily with an outside trip, mind you. That's a really, really, really good win there. Falling Stars, like a really good win. Course loss as well. That's what I mean, like a race like that with the horse that I'm supposed to win on and a horse that does it so convincingly, you see the difference in the spurt rating. I think a lot of my spurt ratings are just horses that I'm just inherently not that good with, because usually when I'm on my best horses, I typically don't get a rating lower than an S. If it's a horse that, okay, maybe I can win grade 1s or maybe just, I don't know, grade 3s or grade 2s. Sometimes, we have those races happen. But Falling Stars gets it done. That's another win. We haven't finished worse than 3rd here today, but of course, leading the jockey standings. 31 wins on the year out of 54 meets. 2 grade 1s. Haven't had many to run in, period. 57% win average. 161,000 in earnings. We do the thing, man. We do the thing. Just as a reminder, this is on the hardest difficulty, but hard is not... Like, hard is hard in this game, I guess, depending on, how you play and who you are, but, like, inherently, I don't think it's the hardest game at all in the series. I still think once you get breeding and you get up to a certain level, I think it's easy. But I think early game, it is difficult to get really good horses unless you're just buying them instantly from the shop. So, that was Heart of Stone. She's ready. Pearly Ball... I put him in a race. Storm Owl. Did I put you in a race? I want you in the Summer GP, which is fair. No, who else? Somebody else is in it. Okay. No Summer GP for Storm Owl. He's going to have to do the Altair Stakes. Impost. They're saying he has a handicap for running in an international race, which I guess makes sense, but... It doesn't really make... He shouldn't really have a handicap, in my opinion. think that's kind of ridiculous, but you know what? I might take the chance anyways, because what else am I going to do with him? I don't really want to run him 20. Even though he might do okay running 20. This seems like an insane race to put him in, but at this point, like, I don't really know what I'm doing with Storm out. Like, he could we could retire him right now. There's nothing, I think, to still figure out. I'm kind of up and down with him depending on what's happening. I like, to me, he already peaked, so honestly, that 20 furlong race doesn't seem like a terrible idea. I don't think we're winning it, but I'm very curious who we'd run against on this file. And he has the pedigree to be able to, I mean, he's built to handle it, so I'm not really worried about it. I think it'll be fun. And then maybe, I don't know. I don't know if there's much. Storm out. He's one of those horses. I don't know if there's actually much racing left for him unless I'm going to just chase grade 2s or something like that. And I think I said maybe I was going to do that, but I felt like I was already technically doing that with him prior, so going back doesn't really seem like a good point. Raced enough with Storm out. 24 lifetime starts, 3 grade 1s, only yeah, those 3, but still 11 wins out of the 24 starts. I mean, he almost wins, what, 37% of the time, 38 maybe, something like that, closer to 40. It's not bad. And out of those 24 starts, he's finished in the top 3 20 of 24 times. So he's been consistent all his career. I don't really think he has to prove much more. You know what I mean? He's someone I'm considering just doing a race with maybe once every couple of months until I can retire him if I have a spot. Which, in all honesty, I think I might have him replace Formal Opera or Delta Dream or Solo Rider or something like that. I don't know yet, but yeah, Falling Stars, let's check you out. So yeah, like I said, it's just too many moving pieces for me. I would like to get through this quicker. Even doing all this gives me like a headache, and it kind of... Oh yeah, like I told you, he has Bears. We finally unlocked it, but he crushed that race. You see what I mean? Like, every time I prove Bears, it just happens in such real time. It's so glorious. Like, it's not that bad of an ability, as long as like your horse doesn't deal with it and you don't ride your horse into it. It's you can avoid it. Crushes the Azalea Cup, winning streak, 6 for 8 lifetime starts and wins. Bear is not a problem, you know? No, it's a problem with this guy. So, they want him in the Golden Derby. Guess what? 15,000 on the line there. Of course we're doing it. All right, busier day today on this card. 5 races, including 2 grade 1s, a grade 2, and a grade 3. Yeah, so I would say this is probably actually a good point. Well, we did about, what, 4 races here today? Not as much as I'd like to do. But I'm trying to keep more episodes for you guys, but I might just extend this. Actually, I'll probably have this card be it. So that'll be, yeah, I'm trying to treat this like a real race card, right? Every video, more or less. So about 8 to 10 races. 8 races if it's a traditional thoroughbred card in most places. If it's harness, or if we're trying to do something like a tournament or a championship, obviously for some of those days, I'll extend those. But about 8 races, this will be 9 here today. Let's show you who's up to close out. Grade 2. Going for gold is a filly that we lost. See, look, this is a prime example of what I was talking about earlier in the video. She's a horse I lost, but guess what? This thing will always say another jockey is riding this horse. I will never have the option to negotiate for her, even though it says I can. Never. Never again. I will have people tell me, like, no, you can, and I'm like, you haven't been watching the videos because you wouldn't even leave the comments if you saw it. It's like, cannot negotiate. And it's not just my file. Others have confirmed I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure it's just a game thing that wasn't supposed to be permanent. So again, I think being able to actually challenge for a horse like this, negotiate. See, I would be able to do this if I wasn't already on a ride, but I could test negotiate for these horses. You know what I mean? But once you lose your own horse, after already having bought them in the market, they're gone. You can't really get them back in your riding barn. So, just prime example of that. You made me promises though. She'll be up. Yeah, she's definitely middle of the road. By Gentle House out of Free Fear. She feels like really a weaker version of Free Fear. She's B ranked. I'd be shocked if she gets up to like S. Not good stamina. Power's okay. Like maybe she has a really great heart rating. I don't know, but and she's not bad statistically. She's average, but again, for a broodmare, like yeah, it doesn't really seem like there's any point to probably use her unless she turns the corner. So she's one of those horses that I'm gonna retire early because again, I'm getting to that point in this game where like even if I have an attachment to a horse, like if I don't think it fits the better picture of breeding for a horse I'm gonna ride on or a horse we're gonna let go. Some horses I think we race, we make the best we can with their time on track, and then you know that's it. That's horse racing, unfortunately. You know, for better and for worse. You make great stories and memories, but it always seems like it moves on, no matter how great something happens, right? That's just the reality of it, and it's no different in the game. At least in my playthrough. Phoenix Rising here, she'll be up. She's a horse that looks good. And I think we should be okay with her. Toughness is not great for her health. We can't race her as often, but I'm not too worried about that. Should be up in the Grade 3 Marine Cup. Then we have Naked Chariot up in the Grade 2 Monster Stakes. He's pretty much at his peak, so I'll start putting him in the tougher Grade 2s, Grade 3s, and Grade 1s of the dirt now for the next year and a half. Then we're in the second cup, Eastside Band, going for the GWS Turf. I thought she already won that. No, I think she won the sprint. Yeah, I won the sprint with her. Mile champ and horse of the year. She doesn't have the turf. I would love to sweep all three. I don't know if I can win with her on the dirt. It depends if I want to keep her current record of 24 wins and 25 starts alive, or if I don't mind tanking it to see if I can get her a GWS dirt title next year. I think that would be extremely difficult. As great as she is, I don't know. I feel like actually getting a dirt title with her would have been better when she was at her peak. I feel like it'll be harder. So the sweep is not going to happen with Eastside Band. You know, there's still motivation to play this game because I have not swept all of those titles, I think. Actually, let's check the Hall of Fame out. Eastside Band's racing in that Grade 1 second cup. Don't forget that. And the last race is going to be Eastern Knife. And I'm going to be breeding those two together. I've already decided on that. Eastside Band and Eastern Knife. I don't know what we're going to call them. Something unique, but it makes sense to breed them. All those abilities potentially passed on to Eastside Band. It's a no-brainer. And she's loaded with abilities herself in the pedigrees. Are you kidding me? That horse will probably win all three, but we're not at that point. Anyways, Hall of Fame. I don't know if I've ever won all three GWSs yet. Hall of Fame, right? Duh. Horse titles. No. Yeah. Did anybody win all three? Some horses may have won two. Diamond Plan, of course, won two. Galaxy Star won two. See, she was close. And we never did find out her dirt rating. That's nuts. And she was another horse that I had that had bears. You see the point? Like, you could get a horse into the Hall of Fame and win two GWSs with a horse with bears on it. I'm just really going to drive that point into the ground because I swear some people really gave me a hard time about that like years ago. And I'll still get a comment every now and then. Maybe once every like 4 to 6 or 7 months about it. And I'm just like, that's not really a problem. It depends on your horse, depends how you play the game. Just kind of ignore it until it becomes a problem. So only two horses, Galaxy Star and Diamond Plan, and we bred both of those two for one of our horses, didn't we? I swore we did. I swear one of the foals is Diamond Plan and Galaxy Star. No. No, I think Diamond Plan was long gone before that, right? Before Galaxy Star was retired for broodmare. Yeah, does anybody have Diamond Plan in their pedigree? From here? No. That's what I thought. Unless it's one of the 2-year-olds that's hitting the track this year. I swore we bred those two together, but maybe we did not. I could be totally misremembering. Oops, I'm supposed to go stable. Then we'll get to the races to close out. Who's Rosetta Eureka, you're by Cleopatra and Gentle House. Ooh, that she should be really good, of course. Astrophysicist, by He Stargazing Out of Free Fear. Excited for that one. Margarita Island, by former opera Tigris of Stone. That should be another East Side band. Speed Demon, by Golden Boy out of My Master. This horse is going to be an absolute speed demon on the dirt or the opposite. That's why I named it that, so we'll see. Monarch, by Joker's card out of Butterfly Effect. Really excited for that one. Silver doesn't have anyone, Pink doesn't have anyone, and neither does Franck. Yeah, I thought I had a horse with Diamond Plan and Tigris. I mean, Chase, Galaxy Star. Don't think we had the time for that, though. I mean, I think Diamond Plan was out of my breeding barn before Galaxy Star got there. Probably well before. Oh well. But anyways, that's kind of everything of where I'm at in this game, guys. I don't know what I'm titling this video. Hopefully something really important that made you click or at least stick through, because yeah, that's, I mean, once I get through the Dream Cup, that's gonna be like the transition for the series, you know what I mean? Like after we get through it, that's where the series will take a hiatus. I don't know how long. I'm not saying a year or 2 years. I'm just saying like it may be a couple of months. Unlikely, extremely unlikely. When I say hiatus, I mean regular, consistent weekly content. It may be one video a month, but a more highly edited one. And a longer one at that as well. But that's long in the future, so don't worry about it. But the point is, you know, yeah, the series will definitely be changing. But again, I think, at least based off of how I'm seeing the analytics lately, you guys seem to be enjoying the newer, more refined style of the uploading. So I think that is a good sign. And I just want to continue to improve that. That's all I'm saying. Cutting down on horses in this game that we don't have to race on every video, that's going to help the videos and you guys get more of them and us get better with breeding and doing more in-depth stuff. So I want to get to that. I feel like we kind of know what we're doing now. Grade 2 here, 10 furlongs on ZF in Washington, D.C. for the Free Agent Stakes. She may be promises. Second favorite. Going for gold is the favorite. Racing against a horse that we love. See, this is the example. It's kind of crazy, and I'm so happy. I'm not even having to record the videos or announcements separately. It's all just happening in real time as I'm just talking. It usually doesn't happen that way, so it must be destined, right? That's not telling you it's meant to be this way. I don't know what it is, but here's a prime example. We're the 5 horse. They're, in this case, 3-year-old filly. Going for gold. She's the 9 horse. I lost her. A couple months ago, earlier this year, last year, whatever. Couldn't figure her out. It is what it is. But she's by Golden Boy, and that's the case with most of his prodigy anyways. But that's what I mean. Like, we can do breeding for this type of purpose, where it's like, I'm not racing this horse. I would have never even touched this horse. The only responsibility I have is literally taking care of it until it's 2 years old and it gets assigned to a stable, right? That's literally it. Other than that, we'll race it if you guys think I should take a chance on it. But this is exactly what I mean. So there's a beautiful You May Be Promises, showing her. In fact, we just looked at her. Second favorite, by Gentle House out of Free Fear. All right, let's look at Going for Gold. This is the horse that I lost. You see those silks. So this is a recent horse I lost. By Golden Boy out of Real Happy. Such a shame, because a load of auto abilities and pretty good latent abilities. I know those other two are stretch bursts and probably something else. And stats are probably mid 60s, 70s, average. And yeah, don't know how I lost this horse. But like I said, that was kind of the case with Golden Boy. But again, we could be racing against our own horses. You guys could come up with it. You guys have given me names. Instead of me racing on these horses, just give them to the AI and then we put more horses in the game, right? I think that'd be pretty fun. So that's what we're planning on doing. But we're up here on You May Be Promises. Win or place. As always, I'm going for the win. But we'll see how it goes. Closing out the card here today. You May Be Promises. Where are you in my spreadsheet?
The horses are in the gate.
Yeah, we are. Ah! Forgot. She's very well-tempered. Hesitating from the horses that a little bit testy in there, but it's an okay start. And yeah, I can kind of get her dialed in there. Stuff going on, if you guys hear, so no problem about that this time of day anyways. They did, at least. So we have not the best positioning right now. Yeah, I know she wants. Yeah, like I don't really know what's going on. I could have kept her further up, but like the rail was really never open, so I'm taking a chance here. Now they're kind of running in this weird, like, stacked setup, but, yeah, we'll manage. Gotta see what she's capable of. Like I said, if my horse is really good, they'll be able to adapt to not ideal conditions and win the race, so I need to know I can adapt and not have to rely on a perfect trip all the time to win a race. If I need a perfect trip, probably not racing that horse every time. Probably not racing that horse long term. Kind of blocked here, so don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a late start. I didn't even realize I switched the whip hand, but yeah, I forgot. It's not... It wasn't the hand I was supposed to be in anyways. Okay, now we have a lane. Now I can push. Great drive from you, maybe promises. Whoa! This is what I mean. I got to see if the horse can do it. And we're going to go and get going for gold. We're going to get them all here. Like I said, man, I got to see if my horses can win and my baby can finally win. You maybe promises she wins the Grade 2 Free Asia. Talk about running her like a closer. Whoa. And she's not even supposed to be that far back. That's a big win there. Whoa. Oh, those wins are the ones I love to have in this game, man. Love to have them. What a win from You Made Me Promise, man. Big time win from the 3-year-old filly. So that's 2 in the class showing good. And you see, she wins in a race as well, but again, Heart of Stone was in a Grade 1, a little bit tougher competition. Going for Gold finishes 4th. See? You have that RNG. I like that. Royal Voice 3rd, Respected Facts 2nd. You Made Me Promises with the slow pace gets it done. Grade 2 victory for our girl. Terrible start. Doesn't matter. Double S on the spurt. Thank goodness the lane freed up, because usually that doesn't happen and I get stuck, or you guys know I end up just not moving properly. So that's a great win from You Made Me Promises, man. Big time. I am so happy for that. Yeah, I want this 3-year-old class to really do well. I think it's important that they do well enough. Even if, like, let's say Heart of Stone is not as great as Chasing Hearts, we're still going to use her for breeding at some point. It's kind of the point. Even if I'm not racing with these horses, use them for breeding so at least we get fresh horses into the game pool to play against, right? That's the point. And then we have our standings, or whatever leaderboard's there. We'll compare it. It's completely RNG and I don't have to play. And then you guys can tell me your stables, colors. We'll do all that at some point, like we did in the Gallop Racer World Cup. So keep that in mind. Just some ideas floating out there. Move on to the Grade 3 Marine Cup. 8 furlongs on the turf here in Nagano. Phoenix Rising. Another horse a part of this 3-year-old class and another filly. And she's by Gentle House at a Black Ruby. She looks pretty good, 80 speed, so pretty fast, which is nice. Pretty excited. And I think we've been doing well with her, so say we should win. Should be a win. Hopefully not a problem. And she has stablemates with You Made Me Promises, as well as Heart of Stone and Falling Stars, so all the 3-year-olds. The youngest, newest class currently on track. And we're watching race right before your eyes here on the HRG 2004 playthrough. We're off and running. It's a pretty good start here for Phoenix Rising. Let me go ahead and see if I can get her to the rail early. This is a quick track, so you definitely wanted to get to the rail quick, and she does. Nice there from Phoenix Rising. Beautiful. You see, ideally I would like that every start, every race. Who wouldn't? But she made it easy, and a horse with 80 speed also makes it easier. Right? And imagine, I won that race last time out, switching whip hands and all that. But it seemed like it worked, right? Could have just been subconscious, but wasn't really trying to do it. It just kind of happened. Perfect trip here for Phoenix Rising. No excuses today.
This is where the race is won.
They're going to get her on the outside here. Just going to try to get her up on the outside of Romantic Mask. Give her a little bit of space. We're on cruise control. I really don't think I have to force her too much. Here we go.
2 furlongs
You're
to
fine,
go.
you're fine. Can we get a Rebo? Yes! Let's go, and last corner leader.
First in the lead.
Oh, wow. Phoenix Rising. Going to rise to the occasion today. And some. Going for the record. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Phoenix Rising. I wasn't expecting it to stop there. That last tap was like so awkwardly placed. Pop-pop. Doesn't matter. She gets the dub, man. On a roll. 3-year-old's looking good in this class. Looking really good. Just gonna say the same notes for both her and You Made Me Promises. What a win! Crushing that grade 3 there. Oh, it was a grade 2. No, grade 3 though. Thinking about the last grade 2. 7 lengths over Blooming Virgo. No record though. With a fast pace, mind you. Wow. But like I said, she was fast, right? That's fast. Double S. It's probably been a couple months in game since one of these evals, but 12,890. I don't know if I've ever scored it. No, this is perfect, right? No, 12,900. That's like the max score, or is it 26? What's higher than a double S? That has to be max. Either way, we get the win. That's what matters. And the horse gets the win. Phoenix Rising, You Made Me Promises, back-to-back Falling Stars, and Heart of Stone. She had a tough second place finish. I really count. That was a win. We lost by a nose, damn it. So, but yeah, all the 3-year-olds are looking good. They're all looking good, really, really good. So excited for this class. Naked Chariot up in the Grade 2 Monster Stakes, going 12.5 on the dirt here in Kobe. Field of 10. And it's a mixed field. Half of the field should finish in the money. You can finish in the money, especially if you're running a super high 5 wager. Other half will not finish in the money. We have the option to win or place. You know me, I'm usually always going for the win unless placing is just enough. Naked Chariot is at his peak. No excuses for him today either, excuse me. So we have to make sure we get him out the gate early, well enough to establish that kind of mid-pack position. Sometimes, depending on your draw, it'd be a little bit weird. Beautiful course, beautiful track, man. A modern-day Gallop Racer. That's all we need, right? And unfortunately, technically, by presentation alone, Rival Stars is the closest thing by a modern game. It doesn't mean you have to like it, but presentation-wise, aesthetic-wise, it's the closest. Gameplay, yeah, not even close. Not even comparable, I should say. But yeah, not really the point. Yeah, I really like this track and this course, man. And like, I feel like there's not enough races here. It's really annoying. I feel like the most beautifully aesthetically pleasing tracks, as I'm trying to combine all my words at once. Yeah, not a lot of races here. Like I said, no excuses for Naked Chariot. I could care less who the favorite is. This is our race to win. Forgot, we're going twice around. Imagine a game like this, but for harness horse racing. Oh, man, like... It's like a blessing and a curse that harness horse racing is so niche. It's niche, which is a great thing for us as fans. But again, it's niche, which also means making a game for it really is going to require the right studio or the right people to want to take a chance on it. And I mean like a game. There's a bunch of mobile and pocket, not those games, okay? I'm talking about a game like this, but with harness horse racing. The closest things are Horse Racing Manager 2 and Final Stretch 1, where they're technically the same games, just different titles. And I've been playing those games on the channel for almost a decade, so... You know what I mean? Like, nothing else has come out that's even remotely close. I would love a harness horse racing game like this. I would make one myself if I knew how. I don't have the team, I don't have the skill set, but... I can gather those people, right? Yeah, so weird race. You kind of start on the backstretch here for your spur.
Two furlongs to go.
Okay, good run here from Naked Chariot. Good run. One horse is going to stick with us. Royal Stone on the inside. We're going to have a little bit of the course loss. That may have hurt us, but I had to take... No, it's going to be all Naked Chariot. All Naked Chariot running away with it. Oh, we're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll. That's Naked Chariot with the easy. Easy, easy. Grade 2. Monster Stakes win. Naked Chariot, he's such a fun dirt horse to work with in this game. I swear he is. I say it all the time. It's like probably... This is my second time picking him up on this playthrough, but... or third at this point. He's so good. He's so good. Especially on the dirt, man. He is like one of the best, I think, quality built dirt horses for an S-ranked horse in this game. And he sets the record. Like I said, this... Yeah. This is... Wow. What a day, man. What a day. Like, we have not had one bad performance. We've hit our goals across the board. All our horses are performing well. One record here with Naked Chariot. 12.5. Like I said, man, he's a fun horse. Gotta save those. Gotta save those. It's so fun on the dirt. If you're playing this for the first time, or if you haven't used Naked Chariot, I'm telling you, pick him up. He is such a fun dirt horse. Don't have space on that one. Let me try another one. What a win, man. Yeah, an episode that's I'm supposed to be finding horses I'm not keeping. In all honesty, these are horses I'm all keeping. So it just works out that they're first on the card. A lot of the horses that I think I'm a little bit more questionable about, they're kind of towards the middle to later stages of the next couple of months of racing. But everybody we've raced today, yeah, I was waiting to see if they would prove it. All the 3-year-olds have proved it. So none of them are in any danger of going anytime soon out of our racing barn, that's for sure. I'm just looking for a replay. I feel like we have a bunch of Cleopatra. She had some really good ones. Eastern Knife at the end this stuff. It's Eastern Knife. He has a bazillion highlights, but man, what a ride there, Kobe. Yeah, that's why this track is very unique. There's not a lot of races here. Brilliant win there for Naked Chariot. Absolutely in the zone. Making it happen. Eastside Band, the channel mascot, the channel favorite, the best horse in HRG history. She's up in the second cup. Sparking Nova, sharing favoritism with us, basically. I'm going to give that horse dual favoritism. I'm not going to shade the 7-year-old gal by saying she doesn't deserve it. I think she does. And I think she's capable of it. She's definitely one of the best horses in the game. So this is going to be an actual test for us today. Last Derby as well. $2 off, but not a horse to sleep at. To sleep on, I should say, or sneeze at. So it's going to be tough here. I admit, for the first time, I have faith in Eastside Band, but again, like, these horses might... I don't know. See, Sparking Nova's at her peak. That's what I thought, yeah. 12 points faster than the Eastside Band in a 10 furlong race. That might be the difference today, guys. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Eastside Band has the endurance. 13 points, though. That could be the favorite. I mean, that could be the favoring advantage for us on that side. But it's a tough field in general. I know how good Eastside Band is. We should still be winning. But if she gets older, she's not perfect. She's not invincible, but... And again, last Derby, also a very fast horse with a good heart rating. So this is a tough second cup. This is for the GWS turf, though. This is not just Eastside Band chasing just traditional glory. She's chasing a second Gallop Racer championship title here. And she's going to be looking to put herself... Well, she's already solidified herself as a Hall of Fame horse, but she's looking to build beyond that, right? She's only 6. I'm racing her until she's 8. Like, there is no early retirement for Eastside Band. Unless something weird happens where I, like, lose a race, I might retire her at that point just to avoid losing 2 races with her. I've lost 2 horses off of, like, losing 2 fluke races. I don't take chances like that on my really good horses anymore, and I know I have to save, but sometimes when you get this far in a playthrough and you have this many horses racing, you can only save so often. So, Eastside Band. Our race to win, our race to lose. And despite not having the heart rating as well, that's one of those things where I think that's the only reason she may have lost that race that she lost, where I came second. May have just been a slight head-to-head, but I'm the front runner. I control the pace today. In fact, I control the pace every day we race with Eastside Band. So, like I said, it's up to me to win, up to me to lose. I'm nervous, but in all honesty, I think she'll be fine. But it's going to be tough. I totally suspect Last Derby and Sparky Nova to push me all the way. I don't think it's going to be an easy one. But if she blows this field away, then man, talk about having one of the best horses I could have ever had in a game. Not the best start, but we'll take it.
And they're off. That was a beautiful start.
Yeah, really actually wanted a better start than that because that could have helped. But just gonna make sure I just get her out just a little bit. It's gonna be tricky. It's always tricky. Everybody's trying to push the pace, and then I'm trying to push the pace. But guess what? Eastside Band is the queen here. She's gonna control the tempo. You're gonna have to respond. Nervous Angel, get away, bro. Get away. Stop it. Ah, Nervous Angel, don't do it today. I cannot afford it. Eastside Band must win. She must lead. She must lead. Who is that? Nervous Angel? Yeah. Please, get back. Gosh. Pretty, the pace is 12, but making sure Eastside Band has tried to at least maintain some sort of first running position at least now. That was hard to do. I really didn't want to push her any faster. I thought that would have been dangerous. I think I had to take the L here. We're not going to be max stamina, which is not good, but like I said, it's a tough race, man. GWS Turf here, first race in this championship for the calendar year. Like, it gets no easier from today and this moment onward with Eastside Band. Okay, I'm going to try to get her off the rough here. Don't know if it really counts in this game. I mean, not in this game, this track. Now, we got a good lead. They're going to have to come catch us. Unfortunately, like I said, we still have that good stamina. Who is that? I don't know. Is that Last Derby? No, that's some Sparky Nova trying to catch us. And I overwit? No. Just kept her in there. Eastside Band. Wow. Talk about a racehorse. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Like I said, man, it was going to be hard. I had to fight for that every step of the way. She had to fight for that every step of the way. Eastside Band, she wins the second cup. She starts her GWS Turf Championship off with a bang. I don't even know if I really had to move her, but sometimes I try to do that. Eastside Band's your second cup winner, and she'll be leading the GWS Turf Championship. As she should be. It's ours to win, ours to lose. Like I said, Sparky Nova's a really good horse, and yeah, fast pace. We were moving way faster than I thought, especially for that race. Like, the fractions didn't communicate it, at least initially, but we were moving very fast. And Laughing Hawk, that was the one horse that closed in for the trifecta. My gosh. Didn't even see Laughing Hawk was in this race, or Happy Crystal. I just totally... Not gonna lie, Sparky Nova makes me nervous. Anytime I see that horse, I'm just like, ah. Eastside Band. She double S on the spurt. She can do no wrong. She can do no wrong. She stays on this winning streak, which is beyond 10 grade ones at this point. Diamond Planet, Tigress of Stone. Like, how did that happen? She's amazing, right? Can't really say enough about Eastside Band. And her future partner, Eastern Knife. He's up in the Saint Stakes 10.5. This should be an easy one for us. And closing out the card and this video. Talk about a good video, right? It's probably been one of my best ones all year, it feels like. As far as quality races and just getting some really good wins here. And not really dropping the ball with anybody too much. Which can happen. Second favorite, though, with Eastern Knife behind General Pleasure. That's fair. I think that horse deserves it. So, yeah. Eastern Knife, not as fast as he used to be, but he's pretty much set everywhere else. Like I said, I think we're capable of winning this. And the thing is, I know, like, I have all these abilities on these horses that I don't typically tap into them all the time. Half the time. It depends on the horse.
Are on the track.
I'm just really at a point of just trying to win. And that's a little bit more important to me than just like tapping into certain abilities, but yeah. Hey, granted, I gotta be honest with you guys, it actually feels a bit easier sometimes for me to tap into abilities in 2003 playing that game, or 2006. Both of those games,
The horses.
A little bit easier. This game, it's very niche abilities I'll tap into frequently, but the other ones, I just typically don't really think about when I'm running. Because again, my focus is just on winning with my horses. Don't get me wrong, the abilities are super freaking cool, but they're all speed boosts, technically. Every ability in this game is a speed boost of some sort. So whether it's a really fast one, or a really temporary fast one, or a long-standing fast one, it's like, whenever I guess I tap into an ability that I haven't unlocked or hit in a while as far as seeing on screen, then it's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not too preoccupied with it. It's not, it doesn't, I guess for me, like, the gameplay experience has not changed so drastically whether I tap into one or not. It's great, right? That revolution that we had a couple races ago, that's always awesome to get, always fun. But again, I'm not really going for it. I just try to get my horse in the rhythm and feel they need to win the race. Because I also want to win without revolutions. Like, that's part of the fun for it. It's a little bit of the immersion killer for me if I'm just winning every race with a revolution or some sort of ability. I want to feel like the horses are winning because they're built to win, not because the game is giving them some Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, Coyote version of a speed boost. And I'm not shaming it in that way. I'm just saying, like, I like to win with my horses the old-fashioned way. More often than not. But if an ability happens, I'm not going to complain. And I did not mean to drift that much with Eastern Knights. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. Loses will? Is that what happened? Come on, Eastern Knight. Stay in there, bud. Less than a furlong left to go, and he's going to tap out. I didn't even mean to move him that much, and I swear to you, I barely moved him. That totally happened. The 6 is going to run us down. That's fair. And he's just barely going to finish second, which is cool. That was the favorite, right? I hope. So, that was a tough race. That was a tough race. Yeah, General Pleasure getting the win there. Early spurt. I guess so, huh? But, like, he has, like, 83 stamina, so, like, I guess. I had to go that early. I felt like if I actually held him I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I held him, I would have won, but we hit all of our goals. That was a little bit weird with Eastern Knife. I haven't really had a race like that with him, but General Pleasure is a really good horse. That's why I said that horse deserved favoritism, and it beat us fair and square. I really think that was just the best we could do, and they just kind of gave me a hard time for the spurt. I don't think... I mean, granted, one of you could have probably won that race easily. I'm not too preoccupied with it, but again, we did really well. We finished no worse than third today? Yeah, no worse than third. Lots of wins, lots of graded stakes wins, lots of grade 1s, lots of grade 3s, so happy. Eastside Band, she's leading as a 6-year-old mare with the 7-year-old mare Sparking Nova. Just goes to show you, man, when a horse can still run, it doesn't really matter how old they are. They're laughing off the 5-year-old in third place. GWS Dirt, Extreme Kick, she still has a chance. This is going to be hard. I don't know how we're beating a Laughing Hawk and Big Show. We're not beating them outright, or Rare Emerald, or Green Crystal. I mean, Green Crystal's our own horse, but still, you get the point. Extreme Kick, if she has any chance of winning, it's just by placing. So yeah, really good day. Really good day. Ooh, title. Who gets it? Eastside Band. That's a turf? No, mid-champ. Woo, let's go. Like I said, I'm not really keeping track of these things. I can't keep track. It's too many horses. Whenever we get titles, it's like, that's a celebration. Mid-champion Eastside Band. 4 titles for our girl now. She's so... And then she's just right back. She's just... Man, she is a different type of horse. She's literally a different breed. Gallop Racer, a new breed. I mean, well, is that this game or the 2004? No, that's 2003, but you guys get the point. Or 2000, no, New Beginning is 2003. This one is a new breed. Right, yeah. So she is that horse. Amazing. Eastside Band by Diamond Plant out of Tigris of Stone. 26 lifetime starts, 25 wins, 21 grade 1s on a winning streak. 10 races plus. No sign of losing. Even as nervous as that race made me with Sparky Nova, she still beat Sparky Nova clear though, right? So like, wow. And she's winning big races, long ones, like she's winning everywhere. So like, the dirt would really be the last test for her. It's just like, what do we do? Do I keep her on this kind of trying to win undefeated, or do I keep her on this streak until maybe she starts dropping races? I'm racing her until 8 years old, or at least until I can. So if she does drop a couple races, then do we try her out on a dirt campaign? They're not going to give us impossible odds, even as great of a horse as she is, because she doesn't have a good dirt rating. They're going to give us pretty easy odds, and I think, gosh, I really want to know what she's capable of on the dirt, but I don't want to do it yet, because can't stop her momentum. You guys let me know if I should consider her for the dirt before she retires. We'll skip the Queen Mile. I think the next race is the Diamond Cup. In post. She's got to run it regardless. Doesn't matter. So I'm just going to get these horses into races. You guys can feel free to let me know anything you think about in the meantime. I'm just going to talk you through. Easter Knife. That was a really weird one. Not you, Naked Chariot. Yeah, that was weird. Loses Will. Yeah, that was the first 94 heart rating, but that's a weird rate. That's a weird ability for him to have. I gotta admit, I don't like the way that felt in that race. See, that's an ability I don't want. Bears is not a problem to me. Loses Will, I do not want that on my horses. That's making me a bit nervous, but we have to take a chance breeding him at Eastside Band. He has too many good abilities. I'm not gonna let that hold me hostage. But again, that's an ability I really do not like. But similar record with him as well. So that was a tough race, though. That was a tough race, but yeah, not ideal. Loses Will. I think it was just because I moved him. I really should have probably just kept him in the lane where he was at. But he's very sensitive with how he runs, I'm guessing. Naked Chariot, great win on the dirt there. On a winning streak with Naked Chariot. 12.5 as well. I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, I've already raced with him before. He's not really a horse I want to ruin with, like, trying to chase grade 1s. I really want to stick to just racing him in as many dirt races in grade 2s and grade 3s as possible. That's the fun of Naked Chariot. Like, I'll put him in the Nagano next week. Just because he's at his prime. He's a horse that needs to race consistently now. And then we'll get a couple more horses into a race here, like Falling Stars. They won him in the Golden Derby. He's set already. Heart of Stone. She's set for the Golden Oaks. Falling Star is already S-ranked. By Fairy Singer out of Galaxy Star. Let's go, baby. So excited. Heart of Stone. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She's actually... again, stamina power, all I want to know. But 8 to 14, great leg type, dirt. She might have flexibility for that. She'll be fine. I think it's just... I mean, she's 2-2-2. She's extremely consistent. So, that's reliability. Phoenix Rising. 79 power, 81. By Gentle House at a Black Ruby. So this is a completely new pedigree we started. And she's already off to a rocket start. That's great. And where do they want you? They wanted you in the Golden Oaks. I think you can run the Dublin 1000G. She's ready to bounce back in 2 weeks. Yeah, if I'm going for a 3-year-old win for her at the end of the year, I think that makes sense. She made promises her grade 2 victory as well. She's showing form now. Statistically, she doesn't look as strong, but she's consistent. She doesn't really have a bad rating, so... Like I said, I gotta see what their limits are. I'm gonna kind of test them. I'll run her against the boys. See how she does. I think that's everybody, right? Phoenix Rising. Yeah, I just checked on you. Not missing anybody, am I? Don't think so. Naked Chariot, Eastern Knife Storm now. Oops. So yeah, good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back doing this same format until I get through the Dream Series. That's my sole purpose right now of this series. Getting to the Dream Series, trying to win it, and if not, we'll know we'll win it the next time, which will be in year 46, but like, come on now. But granted, we'll get there quicker with less horses, so... yeah, only one race... A lot of races I'm missing here. I'm not doing anything for the Kentucky Derby or the Oaks, because we need more Golden Monster is back. Do we get her? Do I pick her up? Do I pick Golden Monster back up? Despite close race not good. I hate that ability so much. I almost would rather... gosh. I mean... You guys tell me. I'll pick up Golden Monster if you think it's worth getting her again, but... Now I think about it, that ability is so bad. Do we really even want to take a chance? Probably not, right? Lockwood will be up, and that's about it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on everything today. Probably let this video sit for a couple days before the next ones roll out, but maybe not. But don't be surprised if it's maybe 3 days in between when this video is uploaded and the next one. But again, give me your thoughts. Comment section, Discord below as well. Links for all that stuff. Much love.